All right, good evening, future Tigers, and welcome to Los Banos High School freshman orientation for the class of 2025. I am your principal, Jason Waltman.
I am April Latta, assistant principal and in charge of the junior class right now.
Hi, I'm Antonio Bencomo, assistant principal. I am in charge of the 10th graders right now.
Hi, my name is Claudine Gutierrez. I'm a learning director and I'm in charge of the class of 2024.
Hey everyone, my name is Matthew Rotondi. I am a learning director as well, and I am the administrator for the class of 2025. So thank you everyone for being here. And next we're going to introduce our counseling team.
My name is Patrick Holcraft.
Hi everyone, Jose Magallanes, counselor. My alpha is G through M.
Hi everyone, I'm Cynthia Mercado. If your last name is from N through Z, I am your counselor. Nice to meet you.
And I'm Katie Leeper, and I am the student advocate.
Hi guys, it's Miss Reeves. You might recognize me from Creekside. I am your mental health counselor and wellness counselor.
And then as well, we have two.
And I'll try one more time. I'm Patrick Holcraft, counselor for Alpha A through F.
Thank you, Mr. Holcraft. And with us, we have two special guests today, starting with Mr. Bretz.
Hi, my name is Jason Bretz. I am the department chair for the agriculture department.
Hi, my name is Joanne Caruth, and I am the activities director at Las Banas High School.
All righty, Tigers. Who we are the Los Banos Tigers. We have a long tradition of scholastic and academic excellence, and our mission is for every student to achieve personal and academic success. And the great thing about coming to the high school, coming to Los Banos High School, is you get to choose your high school experience. You can join an athletic team. We have a variety of clubs and organizations that you can be part of. You'll have access to Merced College classes starting your sophomore year, which I think is pretty awesome. And then we have our pre-AP and AP courses and advanced placement, if you guys would like to choose those. We have some really good career and technical pathways that are very interesting. And we have in-person online resources to help parents and students achieve their best.
Okay, so as I said, I am the activities director at Las Banas High School. I oversee our ASB. ASB is basically in charge of all the virtual events that we've been having. And once we return to in-person learning, we'll also be in charge of the events we have on campus and maybe throughout the community once we're in person. We have over 20 active clubs this year, and we'll have a lot more that will move to the active list in the future. We are very active on social media as well. If you want to give us a follow, we have an Instagram, we have a Twitter, we have a TikTok, and those are all our names on there. So you can give us a follow to get information on any clubs, on specific class information, and as well as any events we're having in the future.
All right, next we have athletics. We have a variety and a ton of athletics on campus. Unfortunately, the past year and a half or so, we haven't had any, but we're really looking forward to them once we can kind of get over distance learning and COVID and everything. You can check out the pictures on the bottom of the slide. You can see we were state champs in baseball, and technically there wasn't a season last year. Hopefully there's one this year, we'll see. But so technically, yeah, we're still state champs in baseball. Very proud of them. And then you can see we have a lot of success in athletics, and we support our boys and girls very much. And we have a lot of tradition with our Mr. and Miss Tiger Award. So if you're interested in athletics, Joe Barcelos is our athletic director. His contact information is there available right there, his email. We have a fan page, LB Tiger Nation. There's also a website, same thing, lbtigernation.com. And we'll be getting more info to you soon about athletics, just because of distance learning and COVID and health guideline restrictions. More information will be to come on athletics. So here's what we value at Los Banos High School. We know an informed parent is an involved parent. We have a lot of informational nights from AP to freshman orientation. We want to make sure that all of our parents are involved in their students' education and that they're well aware of what's going on. We have a parent portal. So if you are currently at one of the middle schools or your student is, you may already have parent portal. If you don't, it's an app on your phone where you can check your students' attendance, grades. It's a great tool to use and to be informed day by day of your students' educational progress. So if you don't have that, we can help you get signed up. We have a ton of social media that we're going to show off later, from Facebook to TikTok to Instagram to YouTube, everything. We're out there. So make sure you're following those pages. We post a lot of good information on those as well. And we have school site council. If you really want to get involved and you want to work with the principal, Mr. Waltman, face to face, and talk about those, what's best for our students and how to allocate funds and all that in-depth stuff, let us know if you're interested in running for a school site council position. And then the next thing we value is recognition. Our students and our staff work very, very hard to get the best high school experience that we can for our students. And we value good attendance, we value good academics, and we value good behavior, which is, we call demonstrating our pride, show the pride. And we'll go over that in a little bit as well. So what do we need? We need you to, as a parent, we need you to advocate for your child. We need you involved. We need you there to speak for them, speak with them, so we can give them the best high school experience, the best academic progress as much as we can, and make sure they're successful. So after high school, they're pursuing college, going to the workforce, military, whatever their dreams are. We want to work together in doing that. And the next thing is advocate for our school. Again, we're all Tigers. We want to be in this together. And we want the best for our school. It's for our campus, for our athletics, for our clubs, for our academics, all around. We want to be the best school that we can. So please advocate when you have the opportunity to do so, and speak up, and we can work together on that. Students, here's what you can do for the best high school experience and what we need from you guys. Get involved, join a club. We have a variety of clubs on campus that Ms. Caruth kind of went over a little bit. And if you have more questions about what kind of clubs we have, she can help you out. But we have anime club, gaming club, FFA, the list goes on, art club, we have everything. So whatever interest you may have, I would highly, highly recommend that you find that club. Challenge yourself, don't settle. If anything from this year, we learned a lot about adversity and overcoming difficulties. Push yourself, challenge yourself. Don't settle for the C, get the A. Don't settle for the basic courses. Try and get into those CPs, stay A through G eligible. Do as much as you can. Try out for a sport that maybe you've never played before. Challenge yourself. And the last thing is show the pride. Tiger pride, that's what we're all about. And those are our school expectations on how we expect students to behave and how to act. And we'll go over what pride is here in a little bit, but show the pride, show the Tiger pride. Mr. Holcraft, you're up.
So I can't see that. The goal for us at Los Banos High School, one of the primary goals, is for you to graduate with a high school diploma, college and career ready. And so with that, grades really matter in high school in that everything counts towards what comes next. So I wanted you all to understand how the grades work. Each class is worth 5 credits per semester. So I know at the junior high, often we say trimester. At the high school, it's semester system, fall semester, spring semester. And you will take, as a freshman, 6 classes. You have 5 core courses you'll take and an elective. Each year, you will have 6 classes worth 10 credits, 30 per semester. So what that is in 4 years, there's 240 credits possible. And you see that there's 220 credits needed for the subject requirements needed for a high school diploma. So there's a little bit of cushion in there. And a passing grade is a D. Of course, we don't want to see Ds. We want to see Cs or better. For one, we'd like to see the Cs or better so that you're progressing as you go through each year. We want to make sure you're learning what you need to be learning, and Cs or better indicate that you can progress and not fall behind. The other reason is that when you're looking at colleges don't recognize Ds. needs to be C's or better in order to apply to four-year universities. Also, when we see that our students are getting C's and better, we know that they're more college and career ready. So the grades really do matter. And what I would suggest in this last trimester of junior high, I think the real focus, of course, the grades matter at junior high, but I would really like to have your students focusing on developing good habits, right? Good routines, good study habits, because those habits are going to carry over to the high school. And so right now, that should be a real focus, a real practice is getting, having good habits so that when you get to high school, you'll be better prepared to get the grades that you should be getting.
So like Mr. Holcraft mentioned, at the high school, we require 220 credits to earn a diploma. And it needs to be in the specific subject areas that you see on the screen. First one you see is English. I do want to mention that each semester a student can earn 5 credits per each class that they're enrolled in. We have 2 grading periods, fall semester, which is August through the end of December. And then spring semester is June through the middle, January through the middle of June. So those are the only 2 times we post credits onto a student's transcript. With that said, English requires 4 years of a D or better in that course. Math, it's 3 years for a diploma. Science is 2 years. 10 of those credits need to be in a life science, and the other 10 a physical science. 3 years are required of a social science. Typically that's world history, US history, 1 semester of government and 1 semester of economics. Student will take that as a senior. And 1 year of art or foreign language. So for a diploma, a student has the option to take an art or a foreign language. For A through G, you will need to take both, but Ms. Mercado will go over that in a few minutes. PE, 2 years of PE are required, and 70 elective credits. Next slide, please. So for a freshman, you will have 6 classes. 5 of those will be your core classes. You will have English 9, math, which for most of you will be integrated math 1, a life science, like I mentioned previously, which can be biology, ag biology, or environmental biology, social science, which for freshmen would be geography, and a PE 9. Your 6th class is going to be your 1 elective, so you need to select that wisely based on your plans after high school. Ms. Mercado is going to go over the A through G requirements, but I mentioned that again, because in order to apply to a 4-year college, you must meet the A through G requirements, which consists of 15 courses, and it's recommended you start on them on your freshman year. Every class and every grade level matters, so select it based on what your future goal is. Some of you might take a foreign language, others might start on your art. We will go over those selections more in depth next Thursday when we do our balloting presentation. But I just wanted to briefly mention what your schedule would look like at the high school. Next week, next Thursday morning, we will post a video for our balloting presentation on our Google Classroom. All of you should have already received an invitation. I noticed some of you have not accepted the invitation. So if you have an invitation to class of 2025 Google Classroom, please accept it, because it's us, it's the counselors or Mr. Rotondi. Currently now on the website, we have our course catalog. If you wanted to review that after our meeting, you log into the homepage of the high school. We have a link right on the homepage titled Course Registration. There you can access a copy of our electronic catalog. And we also have a couple forms there that you can review, such as the AP program application form, ag form, and a few other forms there. You can take a look after this meeting. So next Thursday, counselors are going to be presenting to incoming freshmen in their science classes. Your teachers, they might have already talked to you about this, they're going to be playing a video where we want you to watch it carefully and follow those instructions. We're going to have a copy of your ballot posted on Google Classroom as an assignment that we would need you to complete by February 19th. And we also want you to complete your course request on Aries by February 19th. That's all I'm going to say for now, but in next week's video, next Thursday, that you'll get to watch in your science classes, and we will also post in our Google Classroom, we'll go in a lot more into depth. After you do that, after February 19th, you probably won't hear back from us until around May. This is when you will receive a tentative listing of your child's courses. You will receive this in the mail, and you will also be able to see these classes online. This won't be a schedule that includes teachers' names or periods, but you will be able to see all 6 of your students' classes. If there is a mistake or if you want to request a change, you would need to contact your counselor by the date listed in the letter that you will receive in May. And finally, you will pick up your final schedule that'll have periods and teachers during Tiger Prowl. If we are not allowed to have it in person, you will receive this in the mail.
Okay, what is A through G? So A through G is when college-bound or university-bound students meet a minimum of 15-year-long courses that are either college prep, pre-AP, or they can meet them by completing community college courses as well in specific subject areas for admission requirements for universities. So for example, in Area A, you would need to complete a minimum of 2 years of history or social science. Area B, which is English, you would need to complete the 4 years of a college prep English or an advanced English or a community college English. Area C, you have to complete 3 years of math, but 4 years are highly recommended, especially for the competitive schools. Area D, you would need to complete 2 years of a science, a physical science and a biological science, or it can be an interdisciplinary science. Area E is 2 years of a language other than English. Just with that one specifically, when you choose a language, a foreign language, it has to be the same consecutive language for 2 years. So if you choose Spanish, you would have to take Spanish 1, Spanish 2, and hopefully Spanish 3, because 3 years are highly recommended. If you, for some reason, start out with Spanish and then switch over to French, then you have to start all over again. Okay. And the next area you have to fulfill is 1 year of arts or visual performing art. And then area G, which is 1 year of any college elective or AP course or community college course. Those are just the minimum, but we always recommend to go above and beyond and take those extra courses, especially if you're looking into applying to those competitive colleges. You have to make sure that you earn a grade of C or better. And always remember that your GPA is taken into account for admission purposes, especially when selecting specific colleges and universities. So this is the area that if you know you're a university-bound student, this is what you have to follow, and please let your counselor know so we keep you on track. Next, Mr. Rotundi. Okay, ROP Pathways. We have 3 different ROP pathways. So if you're a student that's looking into like the business area, into different careers, marketing concepts, or looking for experience in level entry jobs, then the Business Academy pathway is the pathway you should select. You would select career planning as your elective for your freshman year, just to follow along that pathway. Or if you're a student that's interested in health, you want to learn health terminology, you want experience in the medical field or anything in health careers, especially if you're a student that's looking into going into, say for the example, nursing program or doctor, this is a good pathway to select because most medical programs require some type of experience. So you should start getting your experience in high school. Or if you're a student that, you're kind of thinking, I want to go into teaching. So as you become a junior, a senior, you should select Foundations in Education. That is a pretty neat course because it teaches you teaching practices, and you can get placed either at an elementary, a preschool, or middle school to get that experience. And please note that some of these courses may offer college credit through Merced College. So this is really something to think about when thinking about your career interests or getting that work experience. Thank you.
Mr. Bretz, I think you might be muted.
I do that in class too. So thanks, Mr. Rotundi. So the pictures on the screen that you guys see are from 3 of our elective courses, our wood shop, our auto and small engine shop, and then the Las Vegas FFA sign was actually made in our ag mechanics welding shop. On the wood shop table, that's actually a table that has been sawn on our sawmill that we have. So we take logs, cut them down, and kids turn them into projects is one of the things that we do. The sign was cut off on our plasma camera in the auto shop, which is another skill that you'll learn. And then we do engines and tractors, autos. We actually rebuilt this cart that you see in the shop. There will be a video that we have that will be shown in the presentation that the counselors had talked about earlier. Next, please, Mr. Murphy. All right, so here's our Ag Pathway application. So if you are an ag student, here are the areas that you can take courses in agriculture. And they are 4 sequenced courses. If you have any questions on these, please talk to the counselors. They have worked hand in hand with us as we continue to change and adjust and add these courses. You will see that a majority of them have a CP next to them, which means they count as that college prep elective and or class. One of the basic, or not the basic, one of the general ag science pathways is the Ag Science 1 pathway, and that is typically the one that the college-bound students take. You'll see ag biology or honors ag biology, and then it goes into ag chemistry or honors ag chemistry, and then the art history, which is the VPA, and ag foods. So that's kind of the college course. You do not have to be an ag student to be in here. Obviously, we give students that are ag students that want to show or get involved in speaking contests and other things in FFA, they have the first rights to be in the class, but we welcome anybody that has an interest and wants to take the class. The one thing that you have to do is after your freshman year, you need to stay into one of these pathways. We allow one jump after your freshman year, and after that, then you would stay in the next 3 courses, whichever they might be. So it's a great thing. And another thing that I want to mention real quick is with ag biology and the ag chemistry, that gives you a little bit extra wiggle room to take some classes like mechanics or wood shop, because we have covered the required A through G requirements in those first 3 classes in that ag science pathway. That's it.
All right, Mr. Bretz, thank you, sir. Appreciate you being here. Yeah,
Absolutely.
we have an amazing ag department, and they do a lot of great things. So this is definitely something, if you're interested in it and you want to learn just more about it, what they have to offer, yeah, contact your counselor, contact Mr. Bretz. All right, our next slide is actually about freshman registration, which is coming up February 4th. At Creekside, you'll be watching how to ballot on a video in your science classes. And it'll also be shared in the Google Classroom that for the class of 2025. So if you're not in that Google Classroom yet, contact us and we'll get you in there, and we'll put the video in there. And it's a how to do video and how to ballot, because balloting is all online now. So it'll be a simple video. You watch it, you learn how to do it. And then for any students, so OLF, Crossroads, 7th day, you should have received an email, I believe, from Mr. Holcraft or one of the other counselors, and it gives you step-by-step directions on how to ballot and go about doing that. There will be a Q&A session with the counselors on Zoom February 4th at 6 p.m. And there they'll be able to answer any questions you might have about courses or how to ballot properly, anything like that. So mark February 4th, 6 p.m. and then we'll make sure we get that Zoom link out to you guys as soon as we have it.
Mr. Rotundi, I just wanted to mention,
Yes, sir.
if you're coming from OLF, Seventh Day, or Crossroads, you would need to enroll at the high school. So Mr. Holcraft sent an email to you guys with those instructions. If you have not received that, please reach out to one of us, because you will need to do that first before you can do the ballot, before you can add yourself to the Google Classroom. The reason being is you need a district Gmail to add yourself to the Google Classroom. So even if you tried, you won't be able to add. So please enroll in the district first.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you for adding that, Mr. Magianis. And actually the web, the Zoom link is actually on this page, but it's small, you can't click it. So we'll make sure we send it out to you guys either in the classroom or an email or text message form so it's easy to click. All right, next is going to be our wellness counselor, Ms. Reeves.
Hi guys, it's Ms. Reeves. So I provide a lot of the same services that I did at Creekside. So if you are a student currently at Creekside, you'll be familiar with me. Depending on the time of the year, I am at Los Banos High School 2 to 3 days a week. I'm available for you to kind of just walk in if you need to talk or vent. Periodic check-ins. If you're having a crisis, need a little bit of a crisis intervention, anything like that, I'm here to kind of help you with that. I do individual counseling if there's something a little bit more long-term that we need to work through. And I also do group workshops on a variety of topics like anger management, self-esteem, anxiety, grief, you know, you name it. If we need it, I can work on that for you. If you do have any questions for me, you can reach me anytime, even now. That is my cell phone there, 209-704-2122. I generally meet with students now because of COVID, either on Google Meets, Zoom, or even FaceTime, because it's an iPhone if you need to. You can also email me directly or follow me on social media. I post stuff on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat occasionally, little tips and mental health things to help you guys out. But yeah, I'll be here just like I am at Creekside. Feel free to reach out anytime you need to. Thank you.
Yeah, Ms. Reeves does a lot of great stuff. And at Los Banos High School, we value the social emotional side too. So we want to make sure you guys are in a place of state or a state of mind where you can learn and put learning at the forefront. And we want to make sure if you're struggling with anything with relationships or anything social, emotional, that we get you the support that you need. So don't be afraid to reach out to Ms. Reeves. So thank you, Ms. Reeves. Now we're going to have Ms. Leeper talk about what it looks like to show some Tiger Pride.
All right. Hi, I'm Mrs. Leeper. I think I'm the newest member of this team. I am the student advocate, came on right before school shut down in March last year. So I am helping with our Pride. Students at LBHS show Pride while on campus, and we recognize that and we call it out when we see it. And so our students can earn their stripes, is what we like to say, in many different ways. Our students are prepared, they're responsible, they have integrity. On this slide, if you can see his shirt, it says "Earn My Stripes." Well, how did he do that? How did he get that shirt for free? Well, he did. He was called out by a staff member who saw that he was either prepared or down the line of Pride, and he was nominated for Student of the Week, and we gave him a shirt because of his good behavior and his great attitude and showing his pride. So when you come to LBHS next year and you set foot on campus from day one, show us your pride, earn your stripes, and we were.
Thank you, Ms. Leeper. Yeah, when you guys come onto campus, show that pride. We really expect that out of you guys, being freshmen and new high school students, and that'll be the expectation for the next 4 years. So thank you so much, Ms. Leeper. Next, we have Parent Portal.
Hello, it's Miss Lotta. I just wanted to let you know that you can log on to Parent Portal. I know a lot of you at Creekside were already using this as parents. It just makes it really easy at your fingertips to be able to check on your student attendance and grades. I myself use the app on my phone. It's very handy if you don't want to go home and log into your computer. If you do need help with this, we have some help you, and she has directions and all the login information. So all you have to do is contact her at the school, and she can get you set up for that.
Thank you, Miss Lotta. With this nasty weather, I'm so happy that everyone's been able to stay online so far. This is amazing. So thank you for bearing with us, everyone. So next we're going to talk about how you guys can stay informed as parents and students and future Tigers.
Hi, everyone. It's Mrs. Gutierrez again. We have the Aries Parent Portal that Ms. Lotta talked about. If you attend OLF or Seventh-day Adventist, to have access to that, parent, you're going to have to also register at the school prior to that. Make sure you guys all check out the class of 2025 Google Classroom. It's going to keep you updated on everything that's going on with the future freshman class, balloting, as the counselors already talked about. We have several social media pages. We have a Los Banos Tigers Facebook page. We also have the Tiger Athletics on there. We have a Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. It's a really great way to stay connected. It's a really great way that you guys can see what's going to happen when you get to high school, because I know all the freshmen are a little bit nervous when they come in the first year. So it's a great way to see what's going on. We have a great phone app. It's a Los Banos High Athletic app. I actually have it on my phone. So if you want to go to the football games, baseball games, it's going to have the scores, schedules. It'll let you know, because fingers crossed we'll be full, in person next year and having all the athletic events. Parents, make sure that your email is on file. A lot of parents that we have on Aries that does not have your email, and that's how we send off a lot of the blackboards or a lot of information we send. So please make sure that you do put your email on file with us. And that's it. I look forward to seeing you guys. I can't wait to see you all on campus.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Gutierrez. The app is amazing. I'm actually looking at it right now. If you don't have it, make sure you download it. We put our school announcements on there when we're on campus. We got football schedules, all athletic schedules. You can even access Parent Portal through it. So it's an amazing app. And I know the social media can be very overwhelming, including, I'm not a social media guy, but if you could follow at least the Facebook or the Instagram, at least one, we post a lot of good information on those. So try and get at least one. So next, how to stay in touch. So again, as I told you guys earlier, I will be the administrator for the class of 2025. And then you'll also have a counselor depending on your last name. We're all here for you to support you. So please contact us with anything, with any questions you may have, from courses to balloting to when do I get PE clothes to athletics, whatever you need. We'll either answer it for you or we'll point you in the right direction. We're all here to support you, but all of us also have our own expertise in some way. So here's our contact information, the school phone number, and then also the emails for myself and the counselors. And then the next thing I want to talk about, usually we do this orientation on campus. We get to meet you guys in person. Of course, that would be the way we want to do it. And then afterwards, you would meet with your teachers, the clubs, and you get to talk to them one-on-one and kind of figure out, get ready for basically when you start campus, like day one. I know what clubs are there. I know my teachers. I know what courses are available. So we want to try and mimic that. So what we've done is if you go to our YouTube page and you click on playlists, we made a playlist where each department has made a fun video to introduce themselves. We're adding more every day. Currently, we have the math department on there. You can meet your foreign language teachers, the agricultural department, and they talk about some of the courses they offer. So we'll be adding some more every day. So be sure to check that out or subscribe to the channel, and then you get notifications when we add videos. And what we're going to do now is we're going to close it off with Mr. Waltman.
All righty, future Tigers. I just wanted to thank you for coming. Make sure you get involved when you join us. And I got to say, Miss Leeper, I am the newest member here at Los Banos High School. I just joined here in December, but I graduated from Los Banos High School in 1989. So I've been in Los Banos a while. We can't wait to have you here, but definitely get involved. Take advantage of everything we have to offer. Again, thank you for coming, and we welcome you to Tiger Nation. Can't wait to have you on campus.
Go Tigers. We'll see you guys. Have a good one.